Hey guys, it's Etta. I'm the CEO and founder of Etta Rosa LLC, and we provide legal education and consulting for law firms to upskill and train their legal support staff. So, enough about me, and let's get straight into being an independent paralegal, which is what you want to hear about. There are a few tips that I'm going to go over today that I want you to take into consideration because it's a major step, but there is a lot of things to take into consideration before you even take those steps. So, I want you to think about one, there's a variety of ways that you can outsource your services. So, the first one is you can be just a remote paralegal, just like anybody else, 9 to 5, W-2 employee, and you can just do it at a remote basis. You're still considered an employee, you still receive the benefits, you're just at the comfort of your own home. Although it's not technically an independent paralegal, it's at your leisure, and those are expectations that you can set before you get onboarded or before you even get hired or considered for the position. So that's number one. Number two is what they call the virtual paralegal or freelance paralegal. That's more of a 1099. You take care of your own taxes, you take care of your own software, tools, equipment, all that good stuff. However, the attorney could provide you with access to their case management software. Again, these are expectations that you need to set up ahead of time. And then the third way you can do it is project-based, which is kind of where I'm at this point because I provide other services. The independent part is only a fraction of our company. So when it's heavy discovery, heavy litigation, when they need help for trial prep or witness prep or anything very bulky and time-consuming that they just honestly don't have the staff or the time for, they go ahead and they outsource those type of services to myself, which is where I come in. I do all the investigating, I do all the summaries, all the briefs, all that good stuff that really nobody has time for. So that's me. I love it. And that's where I'm at right now. So depending on kind of what you're looking for, money-wise, hour-wise, I know we're all looking for that perfect little balance, but that brings me to tip number two. Tip number two is it's not so glamorous. I know that a lot of people look at, independent, I have access to my own schedule and my own time and I can choose my own clients. And yes, although very true, it comes at a cost. So like I said before in tip number one, you gotta take care of your own stuff. So you no longer have that employee mindset where they take care of your benefits and computers and softwares and mics and cameras and all the things that come with being an entrepreneur and having to be remote or whatever the case may be. That really lies on the expense of the employer. So now you have to change that mindset and understand that that's a overhead cost that you're continuously going to have. So that brings me to the next point, which is pricing. You have to learn what type of services you want to offer and how much you're going to charge for those services. And most importantly, how are you getting paid for those services, right? So all of that you need to start taking care of and thinking of and really outlining before you say, oh yeah, I'm just going to be an independent paralegal. There's a lot that comes with it, and I want you to understand that although it seems very glamorous and very flexible, it is, but it comes at a cost, quite literally. And being the CEO, they call me the CEO paralegal. My audience and my followers from the Let's Talk Paralegal podcast actually gave me that nickname because I'm always saying I'm the CEO and I'm the founder. But CEO doesn't stand for Chief Executive Officer. It means Chief Everything Officer. Because when I first started my company 7 years ago, that's exactly what I did. I took care of my own marketing, my tools, my software. I did all the research. I took care of every single email, message, all of it for a good, I want to say 3 to 4 years. And I did my own editing for the podcasting. I did my own website, literally built it from scratch. And I did that all for 4 years until I finally said, enough's enough. I need to find time for me and I need to find time to grow this business and offer other services and other products and expand. But I can't do that if I'm stuck doing everything on my own. So I hired, my first one was actually my podcast manager because my podcast blew up overnight and I just didn't have time to start editing and doing all that little tedious stuff. And plus I'm not an IT person, so I might as well outsource something that's, well, not really my forte and not something I thoroughly enjoyed. So I outsourced my podcasting responsibilities to my podcast manager, which has been with me ever since. So we've been at this for about, 3 years now. Then I hired a virtual assistant, and now I even have a marketing assistant, and we're looking to hire more administrative work. So understand that you have to start from the bottom. You have to start from scratch. You're not going to automatically have your virtual assistant and all the things that I have now. You can't compare your 1 year with my 7th year. So understand that they will be dependent on how fast you grow. There will be a period that you will be that chief everything officer. So let's recap that, because I know that was a lot of information. You can always connect with me on LinkedIn at Etta Rosa, LinkedIn, and find out more. Message me if you need any more advice or have any questions or wanted some clarification of anything that I just outlined. Feel free to just connect with me on LinkedIn, and I would be more than happy to let you know. But remember, there's a variety of ways you can outsource your services. It's not so glamorous. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and really take charge of your overhead costs. And of course, for a little bit, you're gonna have to be the chief everything officer. So those are 3 things that you have to take into consideration before becoming your independent paralegal and yourself. Oh, another thing before we leave is you have to see if opening up an LLC or a company is beneficial for you for tax purposes, or if working under your own name. That's really important. Talk to a CPA about that. Every situation is different, so I'm not giving any advice. I am not a CPA, but those are 2 options that you should be considering prior to becoming an independent paralegal. I hope that helped, and until justice is served, I'll be here. Bye, guys.